bouncing off the styrofoam. I'm never in between, I'm either hot or cold. Can't be a loser, I maneuver like I got a clone. I'm out here in these streets like I ain't got a home.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Looking to throw on second down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Brock, he's going to launch this. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Here's Breida, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Breida, and an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Detroit!
To throw on second down. Brock flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Off the play fake. Brock. 20. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Boom, land it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Brock. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well. It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
Detroit! 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 Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 1st down, Brock escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete here.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Back to throw. Brock. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Deshaun Hall in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Ross on the return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Looking to throw. Right. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Check 50. Check 50.
Now it's Ajayi. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on third and long. Right. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up fourth. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. Now it's Breida. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it third down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Off play action. Brock going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brock. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Brock. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Reggie Ragland. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. And this is a pretty good kick. The Bengals getting set to go. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And he'll be taken down at the 18. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. This is Carson. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Right to throw on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon. He's at the 40. The 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back here right after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They run with Breda. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey. Watch him now, Barney.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Watch him now, Barney. Gun.
Now Wright looking to throw on second down. He's got Smith here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw. Right. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 22.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
To throw on second down. Right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is right. From the gun, he'll throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Right now on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it 2nd down. Right. A final shot before break. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Wright to throw on 2nd down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Wright, operating from the gun. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. throwing on first down. Brock flushed out right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, Brock throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On 1st down, Brock escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Niners on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Looking to throw. Brock. And that is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And his kick is indeed good, but hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Off the play fake. Brock rolling to his left. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they'll run it here. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Off-play action. Brock, rush coming, and he's taken down. Deshaun Hall in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the pressure gets to him again.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side. I
would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Gun.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Right. That's complete to John Ross. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch it now, Barney.
To throw on 2nd down. Right. Flush to his right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. There he goes left side. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Returning it, John Ross. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. Oh, and now he bowls him over. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
To throw is right. Looking to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Right now, to throw on second down. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
Right on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Gun, 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 gun. Over, 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 over. Watch him now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Here's Wright on 1st and 10. Flushed out Wright. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now Wright throwing on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off the play fake. Right. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. from the red zone now. They'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Looking to throw on second down. Right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the Bengals on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. To throw is right. Off play action. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. Space to maneuver at the 40. They finally do get him down, but we've got penalty flags on the field as well, and they might get 15 more out of this. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They run again with Breida. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Niners on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And on the ground they go with a running back. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
This loss means they will not reach their goal of at least being a 500 ball club. And when you don't reach that benchmark, it's an unhappy fan base, front office. Everyone is unhappy.
And you know, in today's NFL, if you don't even get to 500, that puts everyone's job in jeopardy. That's talking about front office people, coaches, players, everyone, because that's just simply unacceptable in today's football.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.